Hi class, my name is David Barnett. I'll be your instructor for this semester for communication. We're doing RHS 380, Professional Communication and Rehabilitation. This semester, we're going to be working with this textbook, The Skilled Helper by Gerard Egan. And I put a copy of this in your syllabus as well, and some other suggested readings. We have an e-copy of the Everyday Communication Techniques for the Workplace. We'll be utilizing that this semester as well. This class is professional communication, and basically in this class you learn communication styles and techniques. You'll learn various medical, educational, and allied healthcare professional collaborate ways to engage with your clients to effectively deliver services to your client. You're also going to learn a very unique helper technique that's only taught in this course, and it's called the Skilled Helper Model. I'll look it up for you so you can see it. Basically, we'll cover all three stages. It starts with the story, the client story, the possibilities, which would be stage 2, and the possible strategies, which would be stage 3. And we're going to implement that and go through that as the semester goes forward. So it creates a helping dialogue with your client, and you learn how to interact with your client and help your client. You'll develop problem management and opportunity development framework skills in this class, as well as helper techniques, which are essential in working in the service industry, either it's in rehabilitation counseling, case management, social work, etc. So I wanted to welcome everybody. Welcome. And this is one of my favorite classes. I really enjoy teaching it, and we cover a lot of different material. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share my screen, because I'd like to go through the basics of the Blackboard as well as your syllabi. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, you can see that this is going to be your syllabi, and let me show you where that's located. We'll bring up your Blackboard class. There we go. Professional communication. As you go to your Blackboard, let's just start with the Blackboard. You have your announcements here, which every week or whenever I want to announce something to you, I'll post it here. You'll find this welcome video down at the bottom. Your syllabus can be found by clicking here. And as you can see, you'll click here and it'll bring up your syllabi, which we'll look at that in a few minutes. The honor code, that's going to be your first assignment, so that can be found here. Content is where, well, there's nothing loaded yet, but this is where you'll find your weekly assignments. You'll also find different elements that'll help you, like chapter PowerPoints and whatnot. And of course, tests and quizzes, and your weekly journal. Click on your weekly journal, it'll show what weekly journal you have for that week if it's assigned to you, and you just follow your syllabus. Okay, so let's just jump into the syllabi. I don't need to click on that because I already have one up. So this is my schedule for my office hours. You're welcome to contact me during the office hour times. During the green times, I'm working with the Career Center, it's reserve time. And on Thursday, I do have online appointments, and I will do Zoom sessions like we're doing right now. I want you to remember this is a communication class, and I encourage you all to share everything and anything. You can even post in video format if you'd like to. If you find a YouTube video that's relevant, you can share it with your peers in the discussion boards. If you posted video format all semester instead of typing, that would be fine too, as long as it's at least 150 words that you speak. I'm fine with that too. As you can see up here, these are my email and office hours. You can email me at dbarnett@thomasu.edu. You can contact me at my office hour, my office phone, which is 229-226-1621, extension 1117, and there's my cell. I prefer, if you need something in an emergency, go ahead and text me. I get those a lot better and a lot quicker. There's a description of our class. You go down, you'll see that these are the learning outcomes. This is how we utilize and learn these techniques through the semester and what tools that we utilize. The method of assessment describes what we're going to do this semester. It shows that we're doing discussion boards worth 20% of your grade, case studies worth 20. We'll have 2 of those. Your thought papers worth 15%. I expect it to be APA style, and there's a rubric at the bottom of your syllabus that we'll look at that in a minute. Your journals, they'll be worth 15, and your Proctor U exam, of course, will be worth 20 points, and your final exam worth 10, totaling 100 points by the end of the semester. And there's a running total tab that'll be on your grade section, and you'll see what your running grade is at any given time. These are the textbooks that we're utilizing. The only required text that you have is the Skilled Helper. There is also a workbook, which I recommend, and in the future it'll be an implemented book that will be part of the class. But this semester we're just using it as a backup and supplemental. And we include, as the division purchased, the everyday communication techniques for the division. So we utilize that as well. I do expect you to have a digital camcorder, a digital video cam speakers, webcam, a printer-enabled device, microphone, and I also require that it's able to record, and you set up a personal YouTube account and a personal Zoom conferencing account. You're an online student, and we're going to communicate a lot via your webcam, and we're also going to have live discussion boards, which is something that other classes typically don't have. But because it's a communication class, I'd like to get to know everybody, and I'd like to hear, I want to see your faces, I want to get to know you. So we'll be doing that this semester, and those dates and times are listed in your syllabi, and we'll go over that in a moment. Our midterm exam is proctor-u'd, which means that the proctor will be watching you while you take your exam. The dates and times are set for this semester at 8:00 a.m. on February the 22nd. It's until 2/28 at 6:30. The directions for you to set up your Proctor U and to set up your time is set here. Now, I won't be doing that until the end of the week, so I would recommend you don't set up your Proctor U until the end of the week because I haven't set up the account yet. You can see our class schedule, and this is what we'll be following. Like week 1, we have the intro discussion board. You have an assignment for your intro to discussion, and this week you're basically introducing yourself and you're sharing what you know, as well as the honor code. You're going to follow up some information on the honor code and post that as well. And every week you'll just follow along. Now, an example of the Zoom discussion board that we talked about, the Zoom video discussion board the first one will be at 7 o'clock. I'll send the link out at 6:50. And the way that works is that I send you an email link and you'll all join me in the room, the online Zoom session. I also encourage you to get your own account as well, because then that way you'll be able to record a session like I'm doing now and post it to YouTube so you can share it with others. And we'll go over how to do that later. As you can see, we have spring break on 3/07, which I know you're all excited about. We'll have the proctor on 2/22, and you can just read through the rest of this at your leisure. At the bottom, we have our course standards, and this is the rubric that I'm going to be following for your final paper, communication paper. So please follow along and make sure that your paper has all these key elements like the title page, introduction, body, conclusion, and there'll be supportive documents in the content section in Blackboard that I showed you earlier to assist you with that. I think that's about it for introductions. I did want to go ahead and click on, let me just go out of this real quick. We'll go to Thomas University. I don't know if you're familiar or not with Anywhere Access, but if you are, that's fine. You don't have to listen to this last half, but if you're not, for your paper, you want to click on the library link, and then you want to click on Anywhere Access. And they have changed the site on me. Let's see. Here we go, right here, under Resources, Anywhere Access. So the page is a little different from the last time I looked at it. Anywhere Access allows you to go on into Galileo. Of course, you'll type which your password, your TU password. And you'll note that the Galileo password will change occasionally, and it's regret this week. But make sure that what I usually do actually is just copy it. And then I go into Galileo. Now, I find that ProQuest is an excellent search site, especially for the service field. So I usually go to Database. I go to P for ProQuest. Scroll down the articles, citation, abstracts, click on that. And you always want to click full text and peer reviewed. And so whatever paper that you're doing, we'll put rehabilitation, communication and rehabilitation. It'll be peer-reviewed articles and full-text articles. Go ahead and click on that. And as you can see, there's tons of articles that you can look through. You want to click on full-text PDF version. You can get your citations. Click on your citations. And as you can see, there's your citations for your reference section. Now remember, when you're posting that though, this is, right now it's an APA format, but when you go into like a separate Word document, you suddenly lose the APA format. So see the difference? It has to be indented 5 to 7 spaces to be APA format. So remember, when you copy and paste into a Word document, that you have to indent. So I take off points for that. So I'm bringing that up at the very beginning of the class, so you'll have access to that and learn how to do that. Okay. The other fun thing about Anywhere Access is that you can also set up an account, and you can create your own account and save all your articles under the topics that you like, so you can use them later and use the same articles for references, especially if you're interested in one topic. Let's say you're really interested in cancer research and behavior studies, whatever. You can save articles, so it can help you through your entire education that way. So that's all I have to share. I'm going to stop sharing the screen. Again, welcome to spring 2016. And if you have any questions or you need anything, please feel free to contact me. Thanks.